So these are core depressor tools, and these are notorious for leaking. But if you could see in my crack right there of the fitting at the knob, it's all filled with NYLOG, and around that fitting there. And I have NYLOG on the ends of the threads right there where it's going to hit the gasket mating surface. So as long as you have NYLOG inside there, when you screw it down, it's on, the NYLOG is on the shaft and you can't pull a vacuum through it, so they won't leak on you. So that's the secret of the core depressor. I don't have my low loss fitting because as of yesterday I misplaced it, and I'm not going to use the core depressor, so I'm pulling through all the cores, and cores are restrictive, but that's what I'm doing. I have all the time in the world. It's a small system. 12 CFM is not needed, but it's not the CFM I'm going after. How deep of a micron rating does this have? This is rated down to 3 microns. Everyone else's compressors are rated down to 15 or 20 microns or more. And if somebody manufactured, actually they do, if somebody manufactured a half CFM vacuum pump and it was able to pull down 1 to the 10th power of microns, or let's say 1/10 of a micron, I would buy it if it was nice and small and battery powered over a 12 CFM, because a vacuum pump that was capable of pulling down to 1/10 of a micron will outdo this 12 CFM vacuum pump, because the CFM is just the time and the rate at which it removes a material, but it only could go so low and then it peaks out and it stops. But if you had one that was rated lower, you could go lower, and it doesn't matter if it was 1 CFM, 100 CFM, or 1/10 of 1 CFM. If the micron rating is lower, that's the more important thing. Of course, that's overkill for air conditioning. That's more for like making light bulbs and vacuum tubes and stuff like that when you start getting down that low, or electron microscopes. So make sure this is backed off, because I don't want to depress the core while I'm there and shoot the high pressure nitrogen out. So put that on. I'm trying to one-handed this thing and without swiveling it around and scarring my O-ring inside, because if you just do this with them, you scratch the O-ring. You're supposed to hold the unit with one hand and thread down and tighten with the other, not do this. What I'm doing right there, that's bad. Okay, so now when I depress this, you hear it? That's that 150 psi of nitrogen coming out of there. So, but we're going to do it through the low side because I filled up the nitrogen in the high side. So it's open here, and there we go. We're now lowering the pressure, and it's wide open at 150 psi. But this is the restriction of the Schrader valve and the core tool. Barely lets any refrigerant out of that one. This one does a better job. This one does a poor job. Very restrictive. And that timed out to save the batteries. This is going to take forever, so I'm going to open up the other one too. I can't wait this long, especially while I'm holding a phone in my hand trying to take video. So I'm releasing the pressure there. You're seeing the high side go down now. And my yellow hose is going to hook up to this port right here. It's all open. Now I could open, okay, boom, boom, boom. Now I'll take the yellow gate hose. Of course, most of your AC systems do not have 3 ports anymore. Damn it, I'm trying to do this with one hand. And this is why I don't like doing videos. It just takes me a hell of a long time for everything to do everything. Everything takes longer. And then I pay attention to the videos and I make mistakes because my mind is elsewhere. Okay, so this depressor is all the way down now. This is on, this is on. Every fitting has NYLOG. Everything is tight. I have the high side closed right here. I have this port. I just want to draw a low side right now. And let's open the vacuum. And now I just opened the vacuum. And you hear and you see barely any flow coming through this because this Schrader valve is still inside here, plus this low loss fitting is so restrictive, it slows the flow of vapor coming down there. So I'm just going to open up the other side. And that just opened up to the head right here. And now I'm going to open up to the high side. So now I'm opened everywhere, all 3 ports. Now I see something. There's a little bit of, there's more flow, so you could see the oil mist coming out. Where when I was just pulling through the low side only, it was so restrictive through the one Schrader valve, it just wouldn't go. All right, so I'm off to go do another job. This is just gonna stay here and pump away and get the system down as low as possible. And I will return. I'll see you later. Bye.